sports betting brother, and hey, bring it up, and thanks for stopping by. My name is Boyd, and I'm a sports betting market analyst with OddsJam and oddsjam.com, where we teach you how to bet like a sharp. And today we're going to talk about DraftKings and opening up an account at DraftKings if you're new and just getting started and you have DraftKings in your area, which we'll talk about the states that you can open up a sportsbook account with DraftKings, get this thing funded and place a few bets, and also how to cash out and get your proceeds once you win to move forward. Now, I have an advanced video to follow this and to add to this that covers in-game betting, player props, alternative totals, alternative spreads, and a lot more about how to use the OddsJam platform in your DraftKings endeavor. So make sure you check that video out as well. If you're already enrolled and past this first beginner level, then check that out. And if not, let's get you started. Let's get you going and open up an account with DraftKings right now. Okay, guys, here we are at the home page. When you first come to the DraftKings Sportsbook website, you can see the login and the join button up here off on the right-hand side. I actually want to remind you that the states available are Arizona, Colorado, Connecticut, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Louisiana, Michigan, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, and Wyoming. So, if you didn't hear your state called, or if you want to review and rewind that again, there's about 17 or 18, I believe, states that have access to this. And once you log in and get set up, we'll show you how this works. You just simply join, and it's going to walk you through a quick enrollment page. And I will show you how that works, which is obviously very easy. But what you're going to also find out is they do a geo tracking or a GPS. I don't say GPS tracking, but it's going to identify that you're in a location by downloading a plugin on your laptop or simply on your cell phone. So as you can see here, when you go through to enroll, you'll come to a spot where that asks you to do that. That's very normal, very common. It's just identifying that you're in one of those locations that's available. All right, guys, as I mentioned, here's the download plugin that you'll see. You can hit this button, and it takes a minute or two for it to download if you're on your laptop or on your PC. But, of course, on your smartphone, it happens very quickly. But it does do the checking of the location. It happens very frequently, so just understand this is a kind of a common practice that happens quite a bit on your laptop. Okay, guys, and an additional tidbit of information you might want to consider and think about is certainly the sign-up bonuses. Typically, the deposit bonus is up to $1,000. They're doing some various bonuses and that kind of thing. Typically, there's about a 20% bonus. So that's something to definitely consider when you get signed up. I wanted to take you to the deposit button, the green up button here in the upper right-hand corner. Now, you have several options here that they accept, and this is what you're going to want to consider to have you to put your funds into the account. It's a very secure deposit. Your account funded very quickly. You have all the choices here. As you can see, PayPal, there's bank card, debit card, credit card. There's some things called DraftKings Play and Prepaid. But quite frankly, I find that the easiest and the most simple is to do the online banking or the credit or the debit card. They do have some advantages here of using some Venmo, PayPal, etc. But the wire transfers can be a little bit expensive, I suppose, if you're bank. But definitely a lot of options here, a lot of choices. The ACHs can take a few days. But again, if you're just putting in a few $100, this is probably the quickest and easiest that you can do. So you can connect and deposit. Let's say you want to put in $250. You can see here there's a balance here of about $129 right now. It's going to ask you to connect to your bank. Very simple, very easy. It's probably something you've done before in your connecting your bank accounts to other vendors. So it's the same, but you can connect this very quickly, and then once that's done, you can have the money instantly in your account. So that's how you would deposit and get your account funded. And it also works the same way on the cash out when you go to get funds out after you win. And we'll show you how that works in. All right, now that your account is open and you're enrolled, you've had your geo tracking allow you the ability to place a wager, you've funded your account, and you have money in your account. Here's the next step, is to locate what you're wanting to bet on. And basically, I'll start left to right. You can see all the popular markets here as far as MLB, NBA, NHL, golf tournaments, college baseball. Everything is, all the sports are here on your left-hand side. Now, on the advanced video, we get into the live or in-game betting, a lot of the player props, more advanced bets, I guess you could say. We're going to keep with the simple or the basic, maybe a run line or a money line. In MLB, maybe a total. Over under type thing. So very basic, very simple. So we'll show you how that works. And let's just go into the MLB market here. You click on that MLB button. And I want to show you how the bet slip works. Over here off the right-hand side is kind of nice because you can place a wager, and let's say we want to take, here's your markets, here's all your games. So here you have the Angels, Yankees, Twins, Tigers, Rays, Rangers, etc. All the games throughout the day, and according to the timeline here on the calendar, so the very last game of the day is here's the Mets, Dodgers. Now the basic or the mainline games here are the run line. So this means basically the Angels and the Yankees here are -1.5. So there's the odds of the payouts there. There's your over under, your totals here in the middle. And if you just want to pick a winner, then you go with the money line. So this means if you bet on the Yankees, you'd have to risk $125 to win 100, or $12.50 to win 10. The math works out in that fashion, of course, down the odds screen here as you go. So if you wanted to place a wager on the over 8 in the White Sox-Toronto game, you'd have to bet $12 to win 10, or 24 to win 20. 120 to win 100. That's how the math works. Now the even number, of course, here you can say the plus 115. If you probably wouldn't bet on the Nationals, but let's say you put a plus 130 wager on the Angels here in the afternoon game. If you bet $10, you'd win 13. If you bet $20, you'd win 26. If you bet $100, you'd win 130. That's how the math works on the plus side here of these mainline games of totals or over-unders and money lines. Again, we're going to get into the player props, the other game props, the alternative totals, alternative runs, those types of things in the advanced video, which is next. But just for purposes to make it easy, I'm going to show you an example. Let's say you put a bet on the over 7, and let's say you wanted to put in $20. Okay, and that would place that bet for you. So that's how you would place the bet, that easy, that simple. And you can view your bets, you can keep them in your bet slip, and something that'll help keep track of your wagers throughout the day. If you're betting several games at a time, it kind of helps you remember what line you had, what the game was, etc. So that's how you would keep track of your bets and how you would place a bet. It's that simple, that fast. So hope this makes sense. And again, if you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll be happy to help you identify how to place the wager. Now, next up, we're going to talk about cashing out and getting your money after your win. And it's very simple, very easy. So let's get into that next. All right, guys, now the withdrawal process is very easy, very simple, and usually it takes about a day is all to get your funds back in the account. And you have the page I've opened up here showing you the overview and all the policies. And so the reason I bring this up is because I want you to identify and understand that it's very simple to find, very simple to read through, whatever method you might have used, whether it was PayPal or whether it's your online banking, whatever method you use, it gives you the details here so you can look that up according to what you have done. And so here's some different examples of what you can do and when you can do it as they calculate if you happen to have any rollovers that you have to wait on or whatnot. So typically all the details are here, and they have a nice little support button down here to the right that you can get help if you need it. But again, I've always had this happen within about 1 day or sometimes even less, depending on how fast you got things processed, whether it's the morning or night or whenever you did it. But here's all the details you need to know. Again, just as you put a request in for withdrawal, then it confirms it, and you get an email to confirm that, and then you can track it from there. So hopefully this helps you understand it's a very secure, very easy way to get your money after you are a winner chicken dinner. All right, guys, hope you found this very easy to follow and very simple as far as enrolling, getting started, funding your account, being able to place a quick, easy wager, and also getting the cash out once you have won. Now, next video I have coming up you can check out, we're going to go through and talk about alternative run lines, alternative totals, alternative spreads, player props, in-game betting. It's a little more advanced, a little bit more in-depth as far as the betting options and betting choices, but this video should help you get through and understand how to place a simple wager on a money line, a total, a spread, that kind of thing for baseball, hockey, NFL, etc. So hopefully you found this very helpful. Again, leave us any comments you have down below, and check out the next video. We have that coming up next.